Welcome to Beyond Compare Wrestling.
Thank you for joining us here tonight on the Go Home episode before Random Draw 2. And kicking off tonight's action, we have a super heavyweight hoss battle between Grizzly, Mack, and Slugg. Both these men are over 300 pounds. Kicking it off with the big man here tonight. Who's coming out on top and who's gaining that momentum going in to the pay-per-view? Let's find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Grizzly, Mack.
And here we go, being accompanied by a mere man. We have Grizzly Mack. He is a two-time BCW 2023 award nominee, as we've seen right there. He is undefeated in singles competition. And a win here tonight could put him right in the catbird seat to be in that number one contenders picture. Grizzly Mack, as you can see, he is absolutely chiseled out of stone. And now that he has focused his efforts on the singles division, jumping out of the tag division, he is looking great. He's got a mirror by his side. He has all the tools, but can he get it done against another super heavyweight in our opening contest?
Introducing the man known as Slugg.
And we got one of the big boys here. We got Slugg stepping into the ring. He is an unsigned free agent. He's had some tag victories here in BCW, looking for his first singles win. And he is a big boy. He is over 300 pounds. He is all muscle. He has that size. Can he play spoiler here tonight? Can he derail the unstoppable momentum of a Grizzly Mack? We're going to find out. And here we go, Slugg versus Grizzly Mack in our opener here tonight, and Grizzly Mack just absolutely mauling Slugg to kick off this one. Not wasting any time. He wants to hit Slugg with some of these big moves. He wants to look impressive here tonight. He's moving his way up the singles ranks. He wants that BCW world title. He wants to be in title contention. So he's got to look impressive here tonight. But Slugg, so big, so strong, looking to play spoiler. As we've seen from that lower third nameplate, he is an unsigned free agent. And if you can come in and defeat someone who is undefeated, who is right near the tippy top of the singles division, that is definitely going to get you a contract. That is going to get all the attention of BCW management. And it's going to make you look real good. That contract is going to be a very lucrative one, and Slugg is going to get that BCW contract that he's been looking for. We've seen him a few times. He's looked very, very good in previous showings, but he's faced some stiff competition. He has faced the likes of Sergio Gomez, of Victor Payne, some of the top-ranked contenders here in BCW. But can he play spoiler? He has all the tools. And speaking of tools, just picking them up. Getting him about 10 feet in the air there, probably 8, 9, 10 feet in the air, and a big right hand rock Grizzly Mack. And he's going right there for a big dive through the second. 300 pounds coming crashing down to the outside. Slugg making gravity his friend on that one. Wow, if you can explode through the ropes, have all that gravity, have all that momentum, and hit a Grizzly Mack and just slamming his head on the outside there. That is what Slugg needs to do. He needs to use his size. He needs to use that aggression. By all accounts, he really has nothing to lose in this one. He is in the prime position to pull a big upset. Grizzly Mack regains his faculties, gets back in the ring, but Slugg is just all over him. And Slugg playing it up to the crowd. When Slugg faced the great Gomez at our last pay-per-view Urban Warfare, it was all that showboating to the crowd that led to his downfall. He's got to tighten it up here tonight. He doesn't want to make that mistake again. And just showing the strength there, picking him up, throwing him down. And Slugg uncharacteristically going to the top rope. Will it pay dividends? He's a long way out, but he hits it. Elbow to the back, shoots the half, goes for the cover. And Grizzly Mack at 1. Grizzly Mack does not want to give Slugg the satisfaction of even getting a 2 count. And raking the eyes there, big right hand. And he's going for that claw. That claw submission hold has been winning match after match after match for Grizzly Mack. He's just crushing his face, obstructs the breathing, and for a big man, you need that gas tank as full as you can get it. Not only crushing the head, crushing the eyes, crushing the nose, but blocking those airways. It is a devastating maneuver and a super smart one from Grizzly Mack. But again, Slugg just showing his strength, really liking that military press. Ducks it there. Big back body drop right near the edge of the ring. And a spine buster right in the corner there. And goes for the cover. Can he get more than a 1 this time? Grizzly Mack kicking out with authority. You're going to have to do a lot to take out a Grizzly Mack. Just like that suplex there. Floats right into the cover. 300 pounds on his chest. Grizzly Mack kicks out again. Oh, and here we go. We got a mirror paying dividends. Oh, but it backfired. Slugg with the pop-up. Slugg with the pop-up powerbomb. Amir tried to distract Slugg. Bit of a backfire there. Slugg I think he knew it was coming. He sensed it somehow. Turned around, hit Grizzly Mack with that huge maneuver. And now just, and biting him. I thought he was going to go for that Austin style Lou Thez press, but just going for the Thez press and just biting his ears, biting his head. I don't know what he was biting, but it looks like he took out a big old chunk. And a big clothesline there with his left hand. And that is what the super heavyweights bring. Traditionally, wrestling shows, they kick off with the cruiserweights or the junior heavyweights, but we are going in the opposite approach. We're going for the super heavyweights in this one, and it is a hoss battle that is not disappointing. Grizzly Mack and Slugg going move for move. Big power slam there. And just showing off to the crowd. He doesn't want it. He can't waste all that time. Gives Amir a chance to distract him. Grizzly Mack just turns him inside out. Could this be it? Referee goes in for the cover and a kick out at 1. And Grizzly Mack now transitioning from the tag team division to the singles. We got Amir Man as his manager at ringside, using all the smarts that Amir possesses, all the cunning, all the ways to cheat. And with Grizzly Mack's physique, that is a combination that pays dividends, as we can see here. Grizzly Mack has been in a little bit of trouble a few times in this match, but having Amir on the outside is worth its weight in gold. And when they were teaming as a tag team, just the physicality and the brutality of a Grizzly Mack versus that devious mind of an Amir Man, it was an excellent tag team combination, and it's an excellent combination for a singles competitor and a manager. Little cat and mouse between Grizzly Mack and Slugg, bringing it in and out. Slugg hangs him up on the ropes. Goes for a big shot there and a big belly to belly. Rocking the spine. Shoots the half. Could this be enough? And only a 1 again. No matter what Slugg can do, it is only resulting in a 1 count, and that's gotta play on the psyche of Slugg. I think that's why he's taunting it up here, but he gets caught for playing with his food. Grizzly Mack with a big DDT. As I was saying, Grizzly Mack kicking out at 1 time after time. That's gotta wear on the psyche of Slugg. Slugg is winless in singles competitions, and that's gotta wear it out, but what's gonna really wear him out is this maneuver here, the claw. Slugg just thrashing in pain, gasping for air, and he taps out. I don't know if he tapped out or he passed out. Oh, I think he passed out. Slugg is out. Grizzly Mack improves to 7-0 in a dominant fashion, and as we can see right here, that finisher, that claw, just everyone's been passing out from the pain and the obstruction of the breathing. It is a brutal submission hold that just keeps getting win after win after win. Congratulations to Grizzly Mack picking up another huge win here tonight. Wow.
Here is your winner by submission, Grizzly Mack.
Well, there we go. A little backstage segment there between Sergio Gomez and Pedro Loco. Sergio telling Pedro to come out here tonight and see firsthand what Lucha Libre is. Gain all that knowledge from osmosis of seeing two Lucha legends in the ring. So tonight it will be Sergio and the Great Gomez taking on Shizu and Kinzoku in match number 2 here tonight.
Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 600 pounds, Los Gomez!
And here we go, the Lucha Legends come into the ring, and Sergio Gomez, as we can see there, a 2-time BCW award winner. He had Rivalry of the Year and Moment of the Year. Rivalry of the Year and Moment both came with his rivalry with Byron Cassidy. Of course, he had the rivalry against Byron in their epic trilogy, and the Moment of the Year was that Kiss My Ass match where he got thoroughly embarrassed.
Making their way to the ring, Shizu and Kinzoku.
And here we go, we have Shizu and Kinzoku, two unsigned young Lion athletes that are definitely blue chip prospects. They are coming here tonight with a huge experience disadvantage against Los Gomez. Sergio and the Great Gomez, they got a combined about 60 plus years of experience, and they're going up against these young Lions. Will the experience edge be too much for Shizu and Kinzoku, or can the young Lions pull up the big upset? We're going to find out here. And here we go, the bell has rung, the match is underway. We have the Great Gomez taking on Kinzoku to open up this match. And of course we got Pedro Loco on the outside. He's here to get that first-hand experience, that first-hand knowledge. Sergio has taken Pedro Loco under his wing. It was a few weeks ago that Mr. GM has tasked Sergio to pick someone on the roster, be a mentor to them, teach them everything you know, improve their career, and Sergio will get a title opportunity. And that's what he has done. He has taken Pedro Loco under his wing. He's been training him up all this winter break. And now apparently, I guess it's the final step, is coming out here and just seeing firsthand what two Lucha Legends can do when they're in their element. And I guess Pedro Loco will have graduated the Los Gomez Lucha Academy then. I'm not sure of the validity of that academy, but nonetheless, that is what is happening here tonight. And as I mentioned, going into this one, the story is going to be the experience. The Great Gomez in the ring, 35 plus years experience. Sergio about 30, so about 60, 65 years of Lucha experience versus these year 1, year 2 young Lions, Shizu and Kinzoku. I think it's really going to come down to the experience edge. And also, you know, when you're young, you're young and dumb. Your body can do things that when you get older, when you've been taking bumps for 30 years, you can't do. Will the athleticism, will that vigor of youth be the X factor, or will it just be that experience edge is going to be too much? We're going to find out. Sergio with a beautiful short DDT there. Pagan Shizu to get up, only to drop kick him right to the face, and that could have been plumb. That could have knocked him out. Shizu, as you can see there, kicking out with authority. That is that young vigor that you only get through youth, and a beautiful maneuver there. Floating over into, I thought he was going to go for the pin, but floats over into that little splash. It's just the little things. And he does it again, goes for that neck breaker, floats over. And now goes for the standing backflip. Just beautiful to see. And Sergio is a 300-pounder. And to do that backflip moonsault so perfectly at his age with his weight, it is an absolute thing of beauty to see. Los Gomez, they are like a fine wine. They get better with age, and they are silky smooth when they're doing what they do in the ring. And there it is. The great Gomez just having a rest there, playing that mental game. When you've been doing it for 30 plus years, you know all the angles when it comes to the mental edge. You can get inside your opponent's head, and when you're like Kinzoku here in the ring, when you've been trained in Japan, you are not well versed in those mind games, and just sitting on the top rope there, playing those mind games, that could be another huge advantage. Oh, and Kinzoku uncharacteristic going off the top. I think he might have slipped. The great Gomez was on that top rope. Maybe the true intention there was to get that top turnbuckle all full of that sweat. And if that was the case, it paid dividends, as Kinzoku, he slipped on that top rope, all that sweat. We've seen it before in wrestling where competitors gets deep in a match. You have someone on that top rope. You go up to do a maneuver and you slip on the sweat. Those ropes are slippery. That turnbuckle is slippery, especially when you get a little bit of sweat on it. So smart maneuver. And that is exactly what Pedro Loco needs to learn. Those little tricks like that pay huge dividends. If you can get your opponent to fall from the top rope all the way to the outside just for simply applying a little sweat to the top rope, that is what makes a veteran a veteran. Those are those little things that you can't get taught in year one. And there we go, Sergio, playing those mental games again, doing a little cartwheel, getting a little bit of cardio in the middle of this match. And now focusing on Shizu, who's not the legal man. Kinzoku back in the ring. Sergio gets hit with that right hand and just going for that sleeper. Great Gomez in to break it up. Smart maneuver there from Kinzoku. And now he's taunting him up, trying to play the mind games with Sergio. But a smart maneuver from Kinzoku. Slow it down, apply a submission, gather your head, get a game plan, and then attack. Smart maneuver there from a year one rookie. Tags into Shizu. What has Shizu got here? Shizu is the smaller, the lighter, the more athletic of this team. Kinzoku is a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. And Sergio is about 300 pounds, but he is the lighter of the two competitors on Los Gomez. The great Gomez goes about 330. And some quick tags here. You like to see it. Shizu and Kinzoku going for a double team and over, and it's a big back body drop on that spine that has been hitting the mat for 30 years. That's going to do a lot of damage. Sergio reverses. Goes for that head scissor. Throws him in the corner. What has he got here? Oh, and goes for that Spanish fly off the second rope. Could that be it? It's one of his signature maneuvers of Los Gomez. 2. Got him. Shizu could not get in the ring in time. I don't think he thought that was enough to put him away, but sometimes you just get hit from that right angle, and he landed really awkward on his hip. Kinzoku's hip landed real awkward on that one, and it might have popped out his hip, and that was enough to put him away, and that is what Los Gomez brings.
Here is your winner via pinfall, Los Gomez.
Congratulations to Los Gomez picking up a big win in this tag team match here tonight. Alright, and for our next matchup, we have Ultimo Nightmare taking on Isaac Taylor. It was a few weeks ago during our New Year's event that it was Ultimo Nightmare powerbombing Isaac Taylor to the outside. He put him temporarily on the shelf. The doctors came out to check on him, and that left Cameron Lewis in a handicap match against the Exiled. So tonight, Isaac Taylor looks for revenge in match number 3 here tonight.
Making his way to the ring, he is one half of the BCW World Tag Team Champions. He is Ultimo Nightmare.
And here we go, perhaps the most terrifying member of the BCW roster, Ultimo Nightmare. He was the recipient of that 2023 BCW award for Tag Team of the Year. He's undefeated in singles matches. He's undefeated in tag team matches. He is one half of the BCW World Tag Team Champions. And he is like Jason. He is like Freddy Krueger. He is straight out of a horror movie. He just keeps coming at you. Nothing has been able to stop him. He hasn't even looked injured or in any distress in any of his matches. Ultimo Nightmare powerbombed Isaac Taylor on the outside. Tried to take him out, tried to maybe even end his career. Isaac Taylor bounced back, and he's got a rematch against Ultimo Nightmare one-on-one here tonight.
Standing 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighing 275 pounds. He is a power wrestler who comes to us from Detroit, Michigan. He is the self-proclaimed baddest man alive, Isaac Taylor.
And here we go. Isaac Taylor making his way to the ring, the self-proclaimed baddest man alive. And he was a nominee for Match of the Year in 2023. That match came at the Beyond Rules event right at Halloween. It was the Brotherhood taking on Amir and Grizzly Mack. The Brotherhood came out victorious in that match, and that's what got him a BCW World Tag Team title opportunity at our New Year's event. That is where Isaac Taylor was powerbombed on the outside. He was taken out. Cameron Lewis had to wrestle a handicap match, and Isaac Taylor gets a chance for redemption. The bell is rung, the match is underway, and Isaac Taylor, like a house of fire, coming out with that clothesline, making a beeline for Ultimo Nightmare. Isaac Taylor, he got 2 surprises here tonight. He found out that the Brotherhood get a rematch for those BCW World Tag Team titles, and in addition, he gets this match, a one-on-one match, and be careful what you wish for. I know Isaac Taylor wanted a rematch to get out all his frustrations and anger towards Ultimo Nightmare out, but man, Ultimo Nightmare, 6'7", over 300 pounds. That is a be careful what you wish for opponent, because I would not want to face Ultimo Nightmare under any circumstances. But Isaac Taylor's got that here tonight. He wants to not only take out Ultimo Nightmare for trying to take him out in that tag team match, but Isaac Taylor and Cameron Lewis, the Brotherhood, they have that rematch for the titles. This could be Isaac Taylor's opportunity to do some damage. Win, lose, or draw here tonight, he has that tag team title shot. If he can injure an Ultimo Nightmare, if he can take out Ultimo Nightmare going into that tag team title match, that could pay some huge dividends. And speaking of dividends, a big chokeslam. 2. Isaac Taylor kicks out an Ultimo Nightmare. Can't believe it. Ultimo Nightmare wanted this to be a short match. Isaac Taylor not happy to oblige. It looked like he was going for that Nightmare Fuel, but Isaac Taylor reverses it with a powerbomb of his own. And that was right near the edge of the ring. That's going to do max damage. One of the hardest parts of the ring right there. Isaac Taylor shrugs it off and goes for the pounce. Went right through that clothesline, hit him with the pounce. It's one of his signature maneuvers. Could he get it too? Nightmare kicks out with authority and rolls to the outside of the ring. We rarely see that from Ultimo Nightmare. Speaking of rarely seeing it, Isaac Taylor to the top rope. Oh, but he misses. Isaac Taylor does not go to the top often. That is the wheelhouse of his partner, Cameron Lewis, but he tried for something big there. Came up with no water in the pool, and now he's trying to make the best of it. Attacking Ultimo Nightmare on the outside here, but I gotta think that when you're fighting Ultimo Nightmare on the outside of the ring is really the territory of the Exiled. That is where Ultimo Nightmare and Xander exceed, so I think Isaac Taylor got to get Ultimo Nightmare back in the ring. He's doing really good now, but that does not mean he will be doing well 30 seconds or a minute from now. Slams him into the apron and wisely gets back in the ring. Smart maneuver there from Isaac Taylor. Not as smart to do the brag and the taunts, but smart getting Ultimo Nightmare back in the ring. Isaac Taylor, the former football player, he is so explosive, and he is really good at using those ropes just like there. 2. One of Isaac Taylor's signature maneuvers is that pounce where he uses the ropes to get all that momentum. So I think it's a smart play to keep this in the ring. Ultimo Nightmare with a big side slam there. And both these men, speaking of hospitals, we kicked it off with Grizzly Mack versus Slugg, but this is another super heavyweight battle with a super heavyweight choke slam. And as he set him up now for the Nightmare Fuel, if he hits this is over. Picks him up and slams him down just like last time. Nightmare Fuel. But Isaac Taylor kicks out. And Isaac Taylor rolls to the outside of the ring. His back is screaming. He's holding that back. It's bad enough taking it on the outside. It's bad enough taking it in the ring. There is no place that you can take the Nightmare Fuel that lessens that blow. And we've said it before, but Ultimo Nightmare 6'7". When he picks you up for that last ride style powerbomb that he calls the Nightmare Fuel, you are over 10, 12 feet in the air. The tippy top of your head is probably 12 feet in the air, and you come crashing down in your neck and your spine and your back. I would not wish that move on my worst enemy. That sounds absolutely brutal. And Ultimo Nightmare going for a big maneuver there from the top. Isaac Taylor tried it. There was no water in the pool. But Ultimo Nightmare jumping off the top and landing firmly in the deep end on that one. Wow. 300 pounds from the top to the outside. And in addition to Ultimo Nightmare just being absolutely jacked, he is 6'7", he is 300. I don't think he has an ounce of body fat on him. When you have a big man that jacked and that strong, it is, every move he does is just absolutely brutal. But when he goes deep into his bag of maneuvers and pulls out that choke slam, when he pulls out that Nightmare Fuel, it is all but over. There are very few that on this planet who can kick out of it, and Isaac Taylor's one of them. That's why he is the self-proclaimed baddest man alive, and he's going for a powerbomb on the outside. Just like Ultimo Nightmare gave him in that tag team match, can Isaac Taylor pick up the win? Ultimo Nightmare's undefeated. This would be huge for Isaac Taylor. He's going to the top. Is there going to be water in the pool this time? And there is with that big shoulder block. Using that football background, goes right into the cover. And a kick out at 1. What is Ultimo Nightmare made out of? What is this man made out of? Ultimo Nightmare just is he? It seems like he's impervious to pain. He is exactly like a Jason or a Freddy Krueger. Oh, and Isaac Taylor, he went for the blackout there. That was his finishing maneuver. Ultimo Nightmare just raking the eyes and picking him up and taking him for a ride, slamming him down. Did that discombobulate Isaac Taylor enough? It did not. It looked like he was going for the Nightmare Fuel. Isaac Taylor blocked it, grabbed the leg, hit him with a clothesline, and now hit him with the blackout. Is he too close to the ropes though? 1, 2. And Ultimo Nightmare kicks out. Ultimo Nightmare just kicked out of Isaac Taylor's best shot. Isaac Taylor has kicked out of Ultimo Nightmare's best shot. But Isaac Taylor, not deterred, picks him up and hits him with that pounce. Now what's he going here? Oh, he's going for the blackout again. But Ultimo Nightmare raking the eyes again. Oh, and here we go, setting him up. And he's able to hit it, the Nightmare Fuel. This has got to be it. You can kick out once, but you cannot kick out. Oh, what's this?
I have to say you are not the smartest team in BCW. Cameron Lewis, first to try beat us in a 2-on-1 match. After we took out your partner, Isaac Taylor. Then you send out Taylor tonight and leave yourself exposed again?
Not smart. I guess our tag team title rematch at the Random Draw pay-per-view will be another 2-on-1 match because Taylor is not going to make it. Get a Nightmare.
Well, here we go. Ultimo Nightmare picking up the win here tonight, but this night is far from over. Xander coming up and directing Ultimo Nightmare to bring this table in the ring to do some damage ahead of their BCW World Tag Team title defense. I think for Isaac Taylor it was to come in this match and to get revenge, but it might have been a ploy from the Exiled all along to come in and injure Isaac Taylor so they have another handicap match at the pay-per-view. Isaac Taylor laid out through that table. Is Isaac Taylor even gonna make it to Random Draw 2 after going through the table and getting destroyed here tonight from Ultimo Nightmare? Will the Exiled have the clear advantage going into Random Draw 2?
The following contest is your main event of the evening and will be a singles match.
And it is main event time here tonight. Dirty Dawn taking on Will Roberts in a non-title match here tonight. Dirty Dawn will be facing the mentor of Will Roberts, Tony Rizzo, at the pay-per-view. He will be defending the BCW World title. And in Dirty Dawn's last match, he took out PJ Parker, the tag team partner of Will Roberts. Will Roberts looking to get some revenge here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the greatest BCW World Heavyweight Champion, Dirty Don.
And here he comes, the BCW World Champion and two-time BCW 2023 award winner, Dirty Don. On the next episode, he will be defending his BCW World title against #1 contender, Tony Rizzo. But tonight he's looking to gain a little bit more of momentum going up against one of the prize pupils of Tony Rizzo. He was able to defeat PJ Parker a few weeks ago, and tonight he's going up against Will Roberts. And at the Random Draw pay-per-view, he's got a tall task against Tony Rizzo. Win, lose, or draw in this one. Dirty Don, of course, wants to build some momentum going into his world title defense. But can Will Roberts play the spoiler here tonight? Will Roberts, he's got nothing to lose, everything to gain, going up against the world champion. And if he can win here, presumably he would get a title shot against either Dirty Don or Tony Rizzo after the Random Draw pay-per-view. So let's see what this young kid can do here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Will Roberts.
And here we go, making his way to the ring, a fired up Will Roberts. And as we see right there, he was the recipient of a BCW award himself for Most Improved. All three members of the BCW Dojo got that accolade at the 2023 awards. Oh, but what do we got here? About to kick off this main event, but it's interrupted by the #1 contender, Tony Rizzo, coming out here to get a first-hand look at his competition at Random Draw, but also in the catbird seat to see Will Roberts, one of his proteges, in action here tonight. And this adds a whole new wrinkle to this match. But the bell is rung, the match is underway, and Will Roberts with a huge DDT coming out of the gate. I think Dirty Don is rattled. This is a development we did not see coming, having Tony Rizzo come to ringside. And if nothing else, this is going to be a huge distraction for a Dirty Don. And Dirty Don, he had a lot of trouble against the tag team partner of Will Roberts, PJ Parker, a few weeks ago. Dirty Don was able to secure the victory, but it was a close-fought battle. And with the edge of having Tony Rizzo out here, could this be a prime night for Will Roberts to shock the wrestling world and come out with a singles victory against the world champ? And he's looking real good right here. Dirty Don has had no offense in the first minute of this match. Will Roberts coming out with a huge lead. Beautiful maneuvers here, and Dirty Don rolls out of the ring. He cannot take this amount of punishment. Will Roberts to the top. That's why they call him flips per second. Will Roberts with a beautiful maneuver. Dirty Don swats him out. Dirty Don normally starts off his matches real fast and furious, and right there with a German suplex on the outside, that is going to be fast and furious. And Dirty Don in his match a few weeks ago against PJ Parker, he really utilized the outside of the ring. Is he going to try and keep it inside this time? Dirty Don, he's the world champion. He is a ring technician. But I think a Will Roberts, he wants to use those ropes. He wants to use the top rope. He wants to flip and fly around the ring, as flips per second, as the name suggests. And a big, beautiful tilt-a-whirl backbreaker goes right into the cover. And Dirty Don, he really weakened the midsection of PJ Parker a few weeks ago, and that's ultimately what led to the victory for Dirty Don in that one, just absolutely obliterating the midsection of PJ Parker. Will that be the strategy tonight going against Will Roberts? Or is Dirty Don, now distracted by Tony Rizzo, is he going to send a message to the number one contender that he's going to take out one of his pupils, one of his proteges, one of the BCW Dojo members? And a Fujiwara armbar right there, trying to hyperextend that elbow. And when you are flipping around the ring, you are not doing it without your hands. You're primarily using your legs for the motion and the thrust, but you are using your arms to steady yourself. And what's going to keep you real unsteady is getting this break of dawn, this sharpshooter maneuver that the BCW World Champion calls the break of dawn. Trying to, what's this? Will Roberts in trouble, and Tony Rizzo comes to his aid by grabbing the BCW World title, taking it to the back, and Dirty Don taking his title back. Tony Rizzo providing the distraction, and Will Roberts with a huge right hand. Tony Rizzo making his way to the back. I think he came out here just for that momentary distraction. And of course, it only behooves a Tony Rizzo to have Dirty Don a bit injured, to have Dirty Don working just a little bit harder going into that world title match. Dirty Don a bit phased there. When anyone touches that world title, Dirty Don is going to be all over it. Tony Rizzo was smart there, playing the mind games. Dirty Don is known for playing those mind games, and it's Tony Rizzo who was playing a bit of them right back here. And a big pop up there. Dirty Don starting to get his stride. Now it looked like he was going for that kick to set up for the Dirty Driver. Will Roberts counters. And in terms of pure physicality, both these men very equal in size, strength, speed. Dirty Don does have a huge advantage in terms of experience. Will Roberts has only been wrestling about a year or two. Dirty Don has over 15 years experience. So when it comes to the experience heads, that's Dirty Don all the way. But Will Roberts is looking good here, and he goes for the cover. One. And Dirty Don kick out at one. That's the experience there. That is sending a message to a rookie that after all that offense, you only get a one, kid. Dirty Don shot to the solar plexus. And as I said at the intros of this match, Will Roberts, he has nothing to lose. If he wins, he could potentially either raise up the ranks or get a title shot himself. And he's only going to help Tony Rizzo with every move that he does in this match. So it is a win-win for a Will Roberts, but it could be a lose-lose here if he gets pinned. Only a 2 count there. Dirty Don getting closer and closer to that 3 count. It picks him up and drops him right on the back of his head. And now just stomping out the arm. As I was saying before, if you're a high flyer, you got to use your arms to grab the ropes, to climb the ropes, to steady yourself, to be in that perfect position, to add all that spring and torque. And speaking of torque, Dirty Don has turned it over, the break of dawn. Tony Rizzo has already gone to the back. No one to help him out now. Can Will Roberts muscle out of this brutal submission hold? Dirty Don has won multiple matches here in BCW with that break of dawn. And speaking of winning multiple matches, he's done it with the Dirty Driver, which is that package power driver he hit right there. Goes for the cover. Could this be it? 1, 2. And Will Roberts kicks out a little bit. Left in the gas tank for a Will Roberts. But Dirty Don hitting his 2 best moves, the break of dawn and that Dirty Driver. And then coming up short on that big drop kick off the top. Dirty Don, he has been known to go to the top rope every once in a while. He's known for that elbow drop, but when it comes to the top rope maneuvers, when it comes to flipping and flying around the ring, I would give the decided advantage to Will Roberts. But Will Roberts, he's taken the best from Dirty Don, and he still keeps going. What is Dirty Don going to have to do to put away a Will Roberts? And for the flip side of that coin, what is a Will Roberts going to have to do to beat Dirty Don? Dirty Don is the BCW World Champion. He's undefeated in singles matches. No one has been able to crack the code when it comes to one-on-one against Dirty Don. So what type of maneuvers is a Will Roberts going to have to do? We've seen Will Roberts do that 630 off the top. Potentially a move like that could be the one that could put the nail in the coffin for a Dirty Don. But Dirty Don not giving him a chance here if he can hit this Dirty Driver. And Will Roberts gets out of it and hits him with an Alabama Slam. Dirty Don's head rocking that bottom rope. And that's exactly what Will Roberts needed. Dirty Don would have hit that package pile driver. If Dirty Don would have hit that package pile driver that he calls the Dirty Driver, I think it would have been over. And a beautiful snap suplex there from a Will Roberts. Back and forth, back and forth. Both men gaining momentum, shutting down their opponent, and then having the momentum reverse and having their opponent get the better of it. And it looks like we got a big move here. Will Roberts. Beautiful maneuver there. Going for these Ranas, going for these big high-risk moves. But with flips per second, these high-risk maneuvers really pay off. And the Kawada kicks right to the face. Dirty Don, though, with a shot to the solar plexus. Will Roberts reverses both these men fighting on the outside of the ring. And Dirty Don, and again with a German suplex. Second German on the outside, and that's where Dirty Don really got some huge damage points on PJ Parker a few weeks ago. It was all the moves he was doing on the outside of the ring and just slamming Will Roberts' head right into the mat. I think now for Dirty Don, this is less about winning the match quickly as it is about sending a message to Tony Rizzo. Not only that that Dirty Don is going to beat Tony Rizzo at the pay-per-view, but that he's going to take out his students and anger him and frustrate him and get in his head, play those mental games. When it comes to playing mental chess, Dirty Don is the best to do it on the BCW roster. That's one of the key reasons why he is the BCW World Champion. But no matter how much damage you do on the outside of the ring, it is not going to get the win. Dirty Don or Will Roberts, they got to get in the ring to get the pinfall or the submission. Oh, and a big maneuver here. Oh, and a big gut buster. Dirty Don looking to do the damage and then possibly get the count out. Oh, but Will Roberts throwing Dirty Don there. The count's getting higher and higher. And there we go. Is that Will Roberts' plan to get a count-out victory? And Dirty Don just makes it back in the ring, and Dirty Don is not having any of that. Gets back in the ring and hits him with a Dirty Driver. Could this be it? Will Roberts looking glassy-eyed. Can he kick out? And Dirty Don wins. Wow. Still undefeated in singles matches. Picks up another victory. Extends his winning streak. Heading into the Random Draw 2 pay-per-view, where he will be defending his BCW World title against Tony Rizzo. And the Dirty Driver once again puts the exclamation point on this match. Dirty Don gets his BCW World title championship belt back, but here's Tony Rizzo. Tony Rizzo coming to confront the champ. And as we close out the road to Random Draw 2, this is the scene that we have before us. Champion and challenger going into the pay-per-view. Wow. Well, there we go. Benson has something urgent to talk to Mr. GM about, but As we get to the results of tonight, we had Grizzly Mack defeating Slugg in our opener. Grizzly Mack still undefeated. He is the #1 contender going into that #1 contenders match at Random Draw. Then we had Los Gomez with Pedro Loco defeating Shizu and Kenzoku. And as we seen earlier, Pedro Loco and Sergio Gomez, they have a tall task at Random Draw. If Pedro loses, they are both fired. Also, we had Ultimo Nightmare defeating Isaac Taylor and putting him through that table post-match. It will be the Exiled against the Brotherhood at Random Draw 2. And then in the main event, as we just seen, Dirty Don picks up another win in our non-title main event. Dirty Don rolls into Random Draw 2 with a boatload of momentum going up against Tony Rizzo.
Thank you for joining us here tonight, and on our next episode it will be BCW Random Draw 2. The pay-per-view where every match will have a randomized stipulation, or randomized opponent. Here are the matches for that event. It will be Dirty Don defending his BCW World title against #1 contender, Tony Rizzo. We will have the Exiled defending their BCW World Tag Team titles in a rematch against the Brotherhood. Hard Limit will face Flips per Second. Pedro Loco will face a randomized opponent, and if he loses, he and Sergio Gomez will be fired. Jacob Akane has been tasked by myself months ago to get a tag team partner, and win one tag team match to get an opportunity against the Exiled, and he has failed. So, at Random Draw 2, we will let the randomizer choose his partner, and his opponents. The Game Changers will face Kensho and Tawfik to determine the new #1 contenders for the BCW World Tag Team titles. And, we will have a #1 contenders match for the BCW World title with undefeated Grizzly Mack, taking on the undefeated Victor Payne. However, after just conversing with Benson Hicks, I have decided to change this match to a three-way dance. Benson Hicks has reminded me that he has the longest undefeated streak out of any BCW wrestler. And he was screwed out of the BCW World title way back on episode 3, so I think he is more than a worthy third man for this match. Thank you and join us for BCW Random Draw 2.